Hi, I'm Shelley Komitor. I'm the Director of HR. Been at Mizner for 8 years, really from the beginning of our evolution to where we are today. I've always been in human resources, also operations in different industries, hospitality mostly, but in retail. Usually the high end of the industry. I was with several different companies. More recently, before here, I was with Four Seasons for 15 years in New York and in Palm Beach. Got into human resources accidentally. I was working for a company called Kelly Services and started interviewing people, and I really enjoyed the process of matching the person to a job. Really found that to be rewarding, especially when the customer was happy with the candidate. So that kind of grew into working into HR permanently, starting in the recruiting, interviewing phase, and then growing into the more of a generalist role where I was responsible for all areas. So we're very particular on the employees that we hire. We very much so, we look at attitude and personality more than skill, because in a high service environment, that's what's most important. You know, we can teach you the skill, we can't teach you the attitude. So typically an applicant that we're interested in will go through 3 interviews before we make that final decision, because each of us looks at that individual differently. In HR, we're looking at personality, we're looking at the interaction, we're looking at their history, the stability. Once they get to interview with the manager's going to look at their skill, probably more than the attitude and personality, which we've really covered in HR. And if we didn't see that, we wouldn't even refer the candidate to the manager. So really, really important that helps us to build the culture that we have today, which is very strong on employee relations, the recognition we have of employees. That creates a happy employee. And if you have a happy employee, you're going to have happy members. So that's really what we strive for. Having a smaller environment, smaller club, our members really get to know our employees. To the point of in recent year or two where we've had employees who've met some difficulties from a health standpoint, from a family, personal standpoint. Our members have reached out not only in their pockets, but through cards and letters and communication that is so touching, and you really get the feeling of a family. When I worked in a hotel, we dealt with guests, so guests come and go, but our members live here, and they really get to know the employees, and the employees get to know them. So it's a very heartwarming atmosphere, and because the members treat the employees well, the employees treat the members well. It's a really strong culture of happiness. So I love working at Mizner for many reasons, to be honest with you. I always think about come to work and you get up in the morning and you think, oh, another day. And I never feel that way. I mean, this is a happy place. What really motivates me, that I feel I've made a contribution, is we have an excellent team. The teamwork, the camaraderie is really, I have not seen in other companies. And we recently had an employee survey, and you could see that. It came through the scores that we get along, we celebrate each other's victories. There's not, in some environments you see backstabbing and people who, are really out for themselves and hurt one another, but we don't have that here. We have a strong culture of camaraderie and people who really care about one another. So that makes me love working here. I'm really looking forward to the future. I think the future of Mizner is going to put us on the map, and from my vantage point is going to attract the best employees out there, because we're going to have an excellent environment for them to work in.